Hey everybody, it's Jamie the Crafty DIY Guy. Welcome back to my channel. It's Mystery Box Challenge time! Alright everyone, I mentioned that this is the Mystery Box Challenge, and I'm so excited to be part of this one again. If you are familiar with Courtney from Creative on the Cheap, then you know that Courtney, first of all, is incredible, and she has created the Mystery Box Challenge, and it's been going on for quite a while, and I'm so thankful that she asked me to participate once again in this. And my box was actually sent from Jennifer from A Little Bit of Common Crazy, and Jennifer is absolutely lovely. If you're not following Jennifer's channel, please follow her YouTube channel. She is incredibly talented. She has an amazing spirit, an amazing personality. I'm so thankful to call her my friend because when we went on our Boston trip last year, I got to really know Jennifer, and she's incredible, y'all. You have, like, what you see on her videos and her personality is exactly what you get with her. She's absolutely lovely, and we became, I think, really good friends. I feel like she's a really good friend, and I know she feels the same way. So, I don't know, maybe after I open this box, we won't feel that way. But the Mystery Box Challenges, this month is, or this round for me is, we had to spend $20 to $30, and it could be from any dollar store type of place. So it could have been from like the 99-cent only store. It could have been from the Dollar Tree. It could have been from Dollar General. I think even Target Dollar Spot would have qualified. And then there is one little catch in here. Inside here, there's a form that, will say like a specific color I have to use, a specific material I have to use, any specific embellishment that I have to use in at least one of my DIYs. And then on top of that, in this box of goodness, there is also 2 items that are mandatory. So the idea is that I create as many DIYs as I can out of the contents of this box, but the mandatory items are wrapped individually, and there's 2 of those. And then in my DIYs, I have to create at least one DIY with those 3 items. So an embellishment, a material type, and a color, I believe is what they are. So let's see. It's my first time opening it. So just so you see, I'm kind of excited, actually. I've typically worked with Kristen K in the past. I think Whitney. I know I've sent Whitney a lot of stuff. In fact, if you follow the playlist for this particular challenge and you follow it in order, you will see that I sent Whitney her box this time. And you may remember I also sent Whitney her box the last time I participated in this. And I thought it was nice. I thought we had fun. And, of course, she killed it on the DIYs. All right, so I already see a note at the top. So let's see what the note is. Oh, my goodness. I can already see one thing, and I'm like, what? All right, so it says, let's see what, oh, there's the twist. Oh, God. Okay, let me read the note first. And it, again, is from Jennifer from A Little Bit of Common Crazy. So, Jamie, before you open, remember I love you. Oh, God, that means she's setting me up for something. Honestly, it was such an honor to get to know you better on our Boston trip. You are as good as they come. I am so excited to see what you create. You are always a joy to watch. Love, Jennifer. So, yeah, feelings mutual, Jennifer. You made me a little misty. So, hopefully what's in here won't make me a little angry. So, great paper. Get rid of the paper. Wow, there's some stuff in here. Okay, wait, we'll just start at the top, and I will save the, oh, that note, duh. On the other side of the note, boom, is the mandatory. So, the February twist is color, material, and embellishment. And my color is pink. My material is cotton, and the embellishment is pom-pom. Okay, I think Jennifer went pretty good on me. So, pink, cotton, and pom-pom. I have to remember that, and I have to I'm gonna try and get this on my desk. And of course it went to the floor. And now Otis is smelling it. Okay, so paper pack from Dollar Tree, which is really fun. They have some great like scrap pieces of paper and stuff. So if you're into paper crafts and stuff, or embellishments, you need backgrounds on things, there's all kinds of fun materials in here. And I want to see something. Because I bought these. Okay, they're like individual, kind of like construction paper almost. So that's cool. And there's some actually great colors and stuff in there that could be really fun for this twist. So let's see. Okay, this little cutting board. I love this cutting board. I've used this a couple different times in some DIYs. And I had an idea for a different one too, so maybe I'll incorporate that into this. One of these metal eggs. I don't know why I made that noise. They're not like horrible to work with, but I've just never worked with these metal signs before. So this is good because this will give me a little bit of a challenge. All right, some metal galvanized letters. That's cool. These are N through Z. So maybe there's some other ones in here, the rest of the alphabet maybe. Metal hang tags. I love these hang tags. I've used these for so many different things. I wish that I could have found them when I redid my bins, but I couldn't find enough of them. So, oh, these are cute. Oh, these are cute. Oh, these are really cute. Okay, cuteness overload. Wood shapes. My Dollar Trees are a little slow putting out the Easter stuff. They put out some of the old stuff, but I haven't seen the new stuff yet. But those carrots are adorable. And then look at the bunnies. Those are so stinking cute. And these are eggs, so that will be fun. Definitely, I see a Easter theme here, Jennifer. And then bunny rabbit, that is super cute. I love that. Gosh, I hope was I supposed to send bunny rabbit or Easter stuff to everybody? I hope I didn't mess that up. Sorry, Whitney, if I did. Some create your own eggs. Those are always super cute to use for garlands and different stuff. I love a garland, you know me, especially on a fireplace. I have this actually, and I have not done anything with it. And it's a felt garland, and they're kind of these rectangular ribbons. You can kind of see there what it's supposed to look like when it's all put together. But again, super fun Easter colors. Gosh, I'm gonna have to email Courtney and ask her if I was supposed to send everybody Easter stuff, because I didn't. Cute eggs, those are really cute. So some Easter eggs. I have seen these at my Dollar Tree. These are fun. The spring, I think they called them, a wreath charm. And again, super cute spring colors and fun. And I know that you can tie these on a wreath, you can plant hangers, you can do a lot of different stuff with them. And I have done some fun things with those. So, oh, here's my other letters. So she hooked me up. I got the other A through M. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but when you go to find these, if you find these letters, make sure you're getting a whole alphabet, because you don't, I think you get one of each. So it's probably not worth $1.25 anymore, to be honest. Okay, this is a spice rack set, and there's a little note on it. When someone asks, this is from the 99-cent store. So if you guys aren't familiar with the 99-cent only store, they kind of started off kind of like a competitor of Dollar Tree. That everything was 99 cents, and then over time, prices have increased. So Jennifer sent me a spice rack to DIY with, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with the spice rack, but I'm going to figure it out. Let's see. Otis just slid by my chair here, and I was like, what is that? His tail felt strange for some reason this morning. I don't know. Let's see. Well, now he's scared because he just ran off because I dropped something on him. Okay, this is cute. The little bunny. I wanted this little bunny fixture last year, this bunny sign, and actually couldn't find it. So this is actually perfect. And I know exactly what I want to do with that. So, you know what I just realized? So pom-pom, cotton, and pink, I think. I need to get some pom-poms or make some. Okay, and then one more item, and then my 2 mystery box items. This is really cool. This great wood sign from Crafter Square. If you haven't seen these are fantastic. I love getting these and using them for different things. Playing around with a couple ideas actually now with them, so that's kind of... So, oh gosh, the challenge items. Okay, the challenge items here. They are wrapped up, and I get to do something fun. So that is the contents of my box. So, shake. She has on there, shake, rattle, and roll. Challenge number 1 is ready to go. What do you guys think that is? And then this says, skip, hop, or run. Challenge number 2 will be oh so much fun. Oh my gosh, the little poems are so cute. What? Okay. They're mini plastic storage boxes. They kind of look like little pill boxes or something. Yeah, they look like, like you'd put jewelry or like gemstones or something in them. It's funny, I could actually use these I have some like loose gemstones from like when I used to collect them and stuff. And I could actually use those for that. Maybe I could create like a gemstone display case or something. Okay, Jennifer, I see you. And then I may actually save some of that wrapping paper because that's really cute. And then this, I have a feeling I know what this is. I think this is a piece of like Dollar Tree wallpaper or something. I don't know that for sure. I could be way, way off. Otis, stop hitting the table, buddy. So let's see. Okay, it is not what I was thinking it was. Oh gosh, it's not at all what I was thinking of. It's a bunny. It is a bunny. It is a table mat bunny. It's actually a really cute bunny. But, all right, I've got my marching orders. Pink, cotton, and pom-poms are my 3 kind of mandatories for one of my DIYs. I've also got a mandatory item that I have to DIY with, and it's this bunny. And these mini storage boxes. So I'm going to think about some ideas and then get started creating something with these bunnies. Thanks, Jennifer. All right, you guys, here's the first DIY. All right, everyone, and for DIY number 1, I'm going to be using this 8-piece spice rack. As Jennifer noted here, this came from the 99-cent only store. It was $5.99, and I think that that is a fantastic deal. If you're not familiar with the 99-cent only store, it started off as a 99-cent store, and then over time, prices have gone up on it. Sounds kind of familiar, huh? But they do actually have some really, really fun stuff. I love shopping at a 99-cent only store. Unfortunately, I don't have any of those in my neck of the woods. Now, I had this great spice rack, and I really don't want to do a lot to this because I honestly like this. I'm going to use this in my kitchen for my spices, but I need to do a DIY with it. So I'm going to do something that is pretty simple and that I could definitely reuse for spices or anything that I want. Now, I went out and I grabbed a bunch of Easter candy that I knew that would fit within all of these containers because I might as well use something fun in the kitchen that, gives me a little sweet station, a little candy station. If you've got kids, you could fill up these jars with little trinkets. You could fill it up with candy. There's all kinds of really fun stuff that you could do. And I literally just took each one of my individual spice jars and I'm filling them up with different Easter candies. Now, I'm not going to spray paint the tops or anything, because, again, I do want to use this in the future for something else. And I am just having fun filling up all these different containers. I
I admittedly love Easter candy. It's probably my favorite candy. In fact, I think I like it better than like Christmas candy or even Valentine's candy. And I'm just filling all these containers up. Now that I've got the containers filled up, though, I did want to go ahead and, embellish these a little bit, maybe kind of hide the fact that these are spice jars, or, that silverness of the jar there, that kind of stainless steel. So what I'm actually going to do is grab some of this really cool Dollar Tree ribbon that I have. It's got these bunnies on it, which I thought was so cute and so perfect for my DIY here. And I am going to go ahead and just wrap this ribbon around the spice racks. And all I'm going to do is just add a very simple dot of glue and just wrap them around one time. That's plenty. It will hold it in place, and then I can remove it when I do want to use this at a later time for my spices, or maybe I want to take the next holiday and create another kind of fun candy station with that. There's definitely options here, and I want to be able to reuse this because, again, I love this spice rack. Now, I also received these wood pieces in my box from Jennifer from A Little Bit of Common Crazy, and I wanted to actually incorporate these into the spice jars as well because I thought that these could be really, really fun. These could actually be really cute even inside of the spice jars if you wanted to do something like an Easter crafting station or something fun like that for the kids. These jars are pretty generous in size, and I think if you found something very similar, you could create really anything you wanted. Now I'm taking my Arteza paint markers and I'm going to go ahead and just color in a couple of these items. I've got some eggs, I've got some carrots, I've got some bunny rabbits, and I'm kind of using, some Easter colors within my Arteza paint marker collection. These paint markers are fantastic, by the way. If you haven't tried them out, I definitely recommend them. They are so easy to use. You can use them on a variety of surfaces, and they are linked in the description box below. Definitely check them out. They are really a lot of fun. Now, after I've got all of my little characters here painted and ready to go, I am just going to glue them on the ribbon that is right on the side of those spice jars, and we are going to get ready and start to finalize our candy station. Now, my spice rack was black, but I went ahead and spray painted it white. I can easily spray paint this black again if I needed to. I was going to originally use this wood piece that was also inside my mystery box, but I decided to actually save this for another project in the future. So look forward to this one coming up very, very soon. Now, after I started to put everything into the spice jars and back into the spice rack, or the candy jars back into the candy shop, I figured I needed some sort of signage, and I originally was going to create something with my Cricut, but I know not everybody has a Cricut, and I wanted to do something that would be a little easier, that is a little more attainable. So I took some oversized popsicle sticks, and I also grabbed these letter stickers from Dollar Tree. I love doing this. If you follow me on my channel regularly, then you've definitely seen me use this technique before. All I do is spell out whatever I want onto my popsicle sticks to kind of create my sign. This actually works on a lot of different types of wood, so feel free to use this beyond the popsicle stick. You don't have to just use the popsicle stick. And as you can see, I've got Mr. Rabbit's Candy Company painted out here, or stickered out here, and now I'm going to use some white chalk paint, and I'm just dabbing the chalk paint on top of this just with the little piece of a sponge from one of the Dollar Tree sponge brushes. They don't work too well for painting, but I do like them for this kind of applications. I kind of use them in substitution of like a stenciling brush a lot of times. So after I went ahead and just dabbed this straight up and down on top of those letters, then I let it dry. After it dried, I pulled out my Cricut tool and just started kind of peeling away those stickers. There's a very similar tool that you can get at Dollar Tree that will also kind of help you do the same thing. And as you can see, I've got the cutest little sign that has been revealed. I went ahead and just trimmed off those edges to get them nice and straight, and then I glued them to my Candy Company rack. And now I've got the cutest Mr. Rabbit Candy Company display. I love the way this turned out. I cannot wait to dive into those jelly beans and all of those little candy pieces in there. I think this is super, super cute, and you could probably find something very similar to play with at a thrift store or at a Goodwill, and you could create your own candy station. All right, everybody, and for my next DIY, I've got these garden ornaments that were sent to me from Jennifer from A Little Bit of Common Crazy. I am going to go ahead and remove the little hanging thread or wire that's here on the bottom of them. I'm just going to put those aside and use those for something else at another time. I'm actually going to turn these into candle holders, and I'm going to do that by using some of these wood blocks. Now, I have these great candle holders, and I really love these. You know me and blue and white. Blue is my absolute favorite color, but I wanted something for the Easter dinner table that might be a little more neutral, and I kind of liked the idea that these blocks, if they were spray painted, they would look kind of like a picket fence. So I went ahead and kind of played around with these blocks just to make sure that I would have enough to go all the way around, and it turns out that I do. Now, I'm gluing these down, but I'm gluing them down in a way that will not stick the candle holder permanently to the base. We are literally just kind of going right around the edge there. And if you center your candle holder in the middle of this, then you can really do this and periodically check it, make sure you're not using too much glue, and you can make sure that you'll be able to remove your candle holder at some point. The great thing about this too is that if you start doing this at say the 12 o'clock, the 3 o'clock, the 9 o'clock, the 6 o'clock point, then you'll be able to really fill in the rest of this super, super easily. So I did that with both of these garden medallions until I had 2 candle holders that looked like this. After everything was spray painted, this is what they looked like when they were done. I really love the way that these look. It gives me such a cool picket fence vibe. I think that they're super, super neutral. They're low profile, and they would be absolutely beautiful on your Easter dining room table. All right, everyone, and for the next project, I'm going to be using these wood Easter egg ornaments. I thought that they were super cute. And this garland set that Jennifer also sent me. I'm determined to use everything in the box that she sent me. Now, it is very, very windy outside, which is why I haven't been showing a lot of spray painting. But the idea here is that I'm going to spray paint each one of these eggs into these beautiful Easter colors that also coordinate really well with the garland. Now, this is a felt garland that you can pick up in the party section at Dollar Tree. I actually have this same garland in my stash, and I've been wanting to use it for a while. So thank you to Jennifer for reading my mind and for, making me kind of do something with this. Now, I didn't like the red and white twine that came with it, so I thought that regular yarn would be better. After everything was dried, I had one of each color of these Easter eggs, and I decided to go ahead and start stringing my felt pieces. Now, for my garland, I'm going to keep this a little simple, and I'm just going to be using one of each color. I'm going to go ahead and take my yarn, and I'm going to try and stick it through there, but you know how sometimes it's hard to thread, yarn, or twine. I always add a little bit of hot glue at the end of it and just make sure I have a nice point. And then when you do that, it kind of acts like a needle, and it's very easy to thread. Now, once I've got all of the kind of felt pieces threaded on here, the great thing about this too is that you can adjust and you can move this along. So I went ahead and just alternated my colors until I worked kind of all the way down through my my yarn. And then once I had the yarn or the pieces set up that I wanted to use, then I just simply glued the egg directly on top of the yarn. Now, I know that sounds crazy versus threading it through, but I wanted to be able to see the eggs. If I would have threaded the yarn through there, then the eggs wouldn't have been facing out, and I wanted them to be faced out because I had another idea to cover up the hole that was in the top of the egg there. with these cute little bows that I'm making from Dollar Tree ribbon. This is a ribbon that I've used a couple different times in some other DIYs, and I really love the way this looks. All I did was just take some simple bows and just glue them right on top, and when it was all done, this is what it looked like. It was super festive, definitely very colorful. I'm really happy with the way that this one turned out. It's super simple, and you can definitely add other embellishments and other pieces to it if you wanted to. On to the next DIY. This is going to be a very simple one. You're going to love the way this turns out. I took my bunny and my wood round. I took them outside. I spray painted the bunny white. I spray painted the wood round pink. I put them down on top of my dining room table and used a clear glass plate from Dollar Tree, creating an incredibly cute Easter charger. I love the way this looked. It was so simple. I did not have any wood filler to fill in the hole at the top there by the bunny ears, but you could embellish that with bows. You could do all kinds of stuff with this. I think that this is so cute and so simple. And then for my next DIY, I've got this cutting board and then that pink bunny that I started to use in a previous project. Now, this little cutting board is just decorative. This is not a cutting board that you can actually chop on. I took my bunny outside, I freshened up his coat of paint, and then that cutting board, I flipped it over and I'm using that plain side to spray paint this white. Now, once I've got the white cutting board, I've also got this pom-pom that's made out of cotton, and I have that pink bunny. And if you remember, my mandatories were pink, cotton, and pom-poms. So I think I've been able to check off everything in this one DIY. At least I hope that's how the rules work. Now for the bunny, I'm just going to glue this down right on top of the cutting board. I'm going to take this Easter ribbon and I'm just going to embellish the top of my cutting board with that, just very simply. I did take that pom-pom and just glue it down to the center, and then I decided to give my bunny some whiskers with these paper shreds. You will see where these paper shreds come from in an upcoming video. And then I also decided to just add a very simple Dollar Tree sticker to this. I love the way that this turned out. I think that this is super cute and definitely something fun for the kitchen. Now in this next DIY, I had these metal tags that I needed to use for an upcoming DIY that Jennifer included in the mystery box. I also had this great container on hand. Now I filled this container up with these bunny tails that I picked up from Dollar Tree. I did use 4 boxes of those to fill up this container. And then I wanted to embellish the top of the container with this little bunny rabbit who was also already in white. So it kind of coordinated perfectly with my plastic container there. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take one of these metal tags out and I am going to add some stickers for somebody very special that is going to be getting this gift from me, although technically they will not be able to eat this gift, so I'll end up eating it, but you know, that's what we're trying to do here. Anyway, I have spelled out the word Mr. Otis and put it on the tag, and then I simply just threaded the tag with some of that Easter ribbon that I also picked up at Dollar Tree. I tied it around the neck of the bottle. And then, as you can see, I'm just going to add some hot glue right to the base of my bunny. I'm going to glue him right on top of the lid of my plastic container. And you've got the cutest Easter DIY. This is something that you could very easily do for a neighbor or for a friend. Drop this off at their house. Such a cute idea. All right, now we are on to the must-use items, these plastic containers that Jennifer sent me. I'm not exactly sure what she had in mind with these, but I started taking them out of the plastic container and, you know, just kind of fiddling around with them, playing around with them. The lids come off of there pretty easily. They would be perfect for like gemstones or for, you know, maybe earrings or something. I thought about even creating like a cool travel case or something, but I decided instead to do something a little unexpected. So I had these wood bases, and I knew that I would need something fairly sturdy, which is why I also grabbed these. I think I picked these up either at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, I'm not exactly sure. And I started gluing them on top of my wood base there. And what I'm doing is creating candle holders with these. So I am going to continue to build up until I've used all of those little containers. And then I'm going to pray that this stays together really, really strong. And I decided after the fact that I needed something to also hold my candle in place. Now, I wanted to make sure with this particular one that I was not going to use a candle that was a flammable candle, a real candle. So I decided instead to use these emergency candles. This comes in a 2-pack. These are great, by the way, if you haven't bought these yet. They are awesome to use whenever you are doing you have an emergency, you need light of some kind, but they're also really great to use on your dinner table. They're not super tall. They're nice and bright. I really do like using these, and they come with these great, nice flat bases. So I am going to glue the bases on the top of my candle holders, and once I've done that, I took them outside and I spray painted them white. I'm using this Rust-Oleum 2x coverage spray paint that I use for a lot of different projects. Pretty much every paint brand that I use is Rust-Oleum, I would say 99% of the time. So if you're ever wondering what kind of paint I'm using, that's what I'm using. Now that I've got everything spray painted, this is what they look like when it's all done. And again, I think that this is super cute. It's definitely unexpected. And I don't exactly know what, I would have done with them. I'd love to hear your ideas. But again, I think I'm pretty happy with these. All right, everyone, for my last mandatory item, it was this pink bunny. It is not what I thought it was when I went to unwrap this. Jennifer picked this up at the 99-cent only store. And then she gave me this metal Easter egg. And I really was stumped on trying to figure out what to do with both of these. And as I started kind of playing around with the Easter egg and kind of looking at the really pretty pattern within the bunny, it kind of reminded me of like a filigree kind of Easter egg or like a Fabergé egg maybe. And so I started just kind of playing around with laying it out and figuring out that I could cover the metal Easter egg in the pink bunny, which means I have to kind of, hurt the bunny, but it's going to work out good. I actually really do like the way that this turned out, and I kind of figured out where I would lay this bunny out or where I would lay this egg out, and then I simply just took a Sharpie, a bright colored Sharpie that I knew would kind of, stand out from that pink bunny, and I'm just going to trace around it. I'm going to cut it out, and then I'm going to glue it right on top of my egg, and boom, you've got a really pretty kind of filigree Easter egg. I think that this could be super, super cute if you embellish it with some flowers or some ribbon. I really do like the way that this looked, and I'm pretty happy with the way that I used everything in the box that Jennifer sent me. All right, you guys, that is my take on the Mystery Box Challenge. Be sure and follow the playlist below. It will link you to the next video, and then you can follow the next video and the next video, and you can make the circle and see all 8 of these amazing creators. I'm throwing myself in there as well. And of course, I want to say thank you to Courtney from Creative on the Cheap for using me once again in her Mystery Box Challenge collaboration. I appreciate your friendship so, so much. And of course, I have to say thank you to Jennifer from Little Bit of Common Crazy. Jennifer, as always, I love and respect you so much as a friend. Thank you so much for sending me some amazing items. And everybody, be sure and subscribe to Jennifer's channel if you're not already doing so. All right, everybody, thanks so much. Bye-bye.